My surgeon refused to operate because I was too pretty to actually be sick. She actually wrote possible attention-seeking behavior in my medical file. 3 weeks later, I almost died. The pain had started 6 months ago, sharp, stabbing sensations in my abdomen that made me double over on my desk. My modeling agency thought I was being dramatic about period cramps. My boyfriend said I was stressed about upcoming fashion week, but I knew something was seriously wrong. Dr. Helena Chen was supposedly the best gynecological surgeon in the city, Harvard-trained, 20 years experience. The waiting list for her was 4 months long. When I finally got in to see her, she took one look at me and her entire demeanor changed. "You are the Victoria's Secret model," she said. Like that was a diagnosis. I tried explaining my symptoms. The pain that felt like knives, the irregular bleeding, the fatigue so severe I'd collapsed during a shoot. She kept interrupting to ask about my diet, implying I was starving myself. When I mentioned the lumps I'd felt, she actually laughed. "Sweetheart, every model thinks they have tumors when they gain an ounce of water weight." She ordered basic blood work just to put my mind at ease, but refused the MRI. I begged for her notes, which I later got through my lawyer, said, "Patient presence with attention-seeking behavior common in appearance. Thought professions." Weffered his psychiatry. The psychiatrist she sent me to was her friend. He diagnosed me with health anxiety disorder after a 10-minute conversation where he mostly stared at my chest. He prescribed anti-anxiety medication and suggested I focus less on my body. 2 weeks later, I collapsed during a Vogue shoot. The photographer thought I was dehydrated. The makeup artist thought I was on drugs. But the intern, a medical student making extra money as a production assistant, took one look at my eyes and called an ambulance. "Your pupils are different sizes," she said. "That's neurological." The AR doctor didn't care what I looked like. He ordered immediate scans. The tumor in my uterus had grown so large it was pressing against other organs. It had been growing for at least 8 months. If Dr. Chen had ordered that MRI, they could have caught it when it was operable. Now it had spread. The emergency surgery took 14 hours. They removed my uterus, both ovaries, and part of my intestine. The surgical team later told me I'd been hours from organ failure. The tumor had been centimeters from rupturing, which would have killed me within minutes. I woke up to my agency sending termination papers. Medical leave doesn't align with our brand image, but also to 17 missed calls from my new lawyer. Turns out, Dr. Chen had done this before. 3 other young, attractive women had filed complaints that she'd dismissed their symptoms. One was an actress who'd begged for thyroid tests for months while Dr. Chen insisted she just wanted diet pills. She now has permanent nerve damage from untreated hypothyroidism. Another was a dancer whose endometriosis went undiagnosed for 2 years because Dr. Chen kept saying she was too pretty to have real problems. She can't have children now. The investigation revealed Dr. Chen's pattern. Any woman she deemed too attractive got dismissed as attention-seeking. Her own nurses testified that she'd openly say things like, "Pretty girls always think they're dying, and the prettier they are, the more dramatic." One nurse provided recordings. In one, Dr. Chen is heard saying about me, "That model came in again, waste of medical resources." These girls would claim cancer for Instagram sympathy. The medical board's hearing was brutal. Dr. Chen tried to defend herself by saying attractive women statistically exaggerate symptoms. She actually presented a PowerPoint about beauty bias and self-reported illness. The board members looked horrified. When my turn came to speak, I didn't need to say much. I just stood up and lifted my shirt, showing the surgical scars covering my entire abdomen. The colostomy bag I'll have for at least another year. The medical port still embedded in my chest for chemotherapy. "This is what attention-seeking looks like," I said. Dr. Chen lost her license that day. Her practice shut down within a month. 7 more women came forward after the story went public. One had died from undiagnosed ovarian cancer after Dr. Chen refused to take her seriously. The psychiatrist lost his license too when investigators found he'd been trading psychiatric diagnoses for dates with his patients. I won't model again. The surgeries and chemo changed my body in ways that industry won't accept. But I am alive, which is more than Dr. Chen thought I deserved. Last week I started medical school.